I know everything. How do you behave yourself at a funeral? This is a really difficult question for my brother's best friend's cousin. It can be a pretty serious affair for people like Dylan. Dylan, this video goes out to people like you, people who take funerals too seriously. The thing about funerals is, it starts with fun. So, my brother's best friend, Dylan, behaved himself very badly at one of our funerals recently. Kind of quiet, morose, just not saying very much at a funeral sort of behavior. What needs to happen is a documentary. Now you may ask, why hasn't this worked before? I mean, we've done documentaries in the past, and it doesn't seem to take away the boringness or the sadness of a funeral. The thing about a documentary is, you can make the documentary, and then you can go home after pretending all day that you're not really affected, or that you're strong and silent, and just completely break down on the couch. And then watch the documentary of your video of your funeral, and experience the funeral without having to worry about the social pressures. So it's actually very effective. If, and only if, you have your phone hidden on your forehead, in your hat, so that people can't tell, and the most important piece, lapel mic. Now, why is the lapel mic important? It's not just that. But what you're going to do is you're going to like loop it through your lapel, or you're going to, especially even better if you can get it to attach to your face without people seeing it. And then you're going to just make these mouth noises. Salivate, move excessively your tongue. And what this does is it conveys an emotional significance akin to a violin soundtrack. Something that says how you feel about it without having to say a word. But you are going to say a word. You're going to narrate the whole thing while it's happening. So, for example, this guy's talking for a really long time, and I don't understand these long words. If you don't understand it, which I do because I know everything, but most people don't understand the words or the significance of some of the words that are used by people that make speeches at funerals. The other good thing about having a documentary of this is that you're going to have evidence, and you're going to need it. The last one that I went to, the one with Dylan and my brother's cousin being dead, my brother actually was the one doing the documentary thing. I could tell he had a camera hidden in his hat, because I poked it, and there it was. It was his phone, obviously, because it can't be a camera. That can hurt your neck. That can, like, break your neck. I've had a friend die from that. It has to be a phone in your hat. It's, like, invisible or hidden somehow. The best thing to do, rubber bands. Moving on, he was talking to invisible people around him and narrating the events. There was a banana peel incident. Not my fault. And I'm glad there was evidence. He didn't have a lapel mic. It went downhill from there. Actually, it's honestly hard to think of all of the people that continue to go to these funerals and don't have the lapel mic to keep them. There was a guy in Alabama who got PTSD from a funeral just from not having a lapel mic. I mean, the kind of dedication to grief he must have. And there are other people who just don't know. People who contract excessive sadness just from not having the proper soundtrack to their documentary. It can even make it awkward to not have those mouth noises. You need it. That's what lapel mics are for. So basically, strap your stuff on, get your lapel mic. You can especially use this one kind of tape that's not very sticky, and it makes these crinkly sounds, and it can add to it. Pro tip from having gone to a lot of funerals, from people not taking my advice, which is really sad, honestly. Anyway, get your stuff together, have fun, or not, and you're welcome.